Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. My name is Dallon Weeks, and I'm in a band called I Don't Know How, But They Found Me. And I'm inviting you to join me on a quest through time and space as we take your questions and give them answers. If I've done my calculations correct, you're seeing this shortly after you've seen the slow jam version of Modern Day Kane, which is a song that we made a long time ago. We've had that video sitting around collecting dust and thought that this quarantine was a good opportunity to put it out into the world. So hopefully you guys liked it. I actually like it more than the original, but that's just me. What do I know? I'm just a doctor. Anyway, I hope you guys are staying safe and washing your hands. And let's get to some questions. Maestro, please put 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get to it, shall we? Okay. Question number 1. Was BAMD a typo or a cool thing you made up? It was actually, believe it or not, a cool thing that I made up. The internet loves typos, and I'm guilty of making them just as any of you might be, I'm sure. So I just did it on purpose one day to get a rise out of you, if you will. And I just liked the reaction, so I kept doing it, and now it's a thing. Question number 2. What things have inspired your band aesthetic? Just a lot of stuff from when I was a kid, like books on tape and vinyls and thrift stores and old TV commercials and movies. What it was like discovering art and music when I was a kid. I wanted to try to recreate that feeling. So that's sort of what we've been doing aesthetically, and that won't be the case forever. I'm sure we'll change it eventually. But for now, it's just a really fun way to present this whole thing. Question number 3. Have you started thinking about implementing more effects into live shows, like screen visuals, confetti, anything like that? The answer is yes. We've always wanted to make stuff like that part of our show. Unfortunately, money is a thing, and one day we hope to have some of that. We've always had a dream or a vision, at least, of having more musicians join us on stage too. So hopefully we get to do that one day. Next question. Who are your biggest inspirations musically? It would be bands like Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Sparks, Joe Jackson, the Ink Spots I really love. I don't know, that list could end up being really, really long. But yeah, I think you can draw inspiration from anywhere. Like I said, old TV commercials and movies, and poems and books and anything. I think it finds a way, inspiration, it creeps its way in, and it's all around you. You just gotta look for it sometimes. How do you overcome the fear that your music and lyrics will suck? I've been trying to get over that for years. I don't know if that ever really goes away. I'd suggest start by just making something for yourself that you like. Be as honest as you can with it, and if it strikes a chord with you, and if you feel like there's something special and meaningful inside of it, chances are there's someone out there who feels the same or has felt the same and will connect with it. But don't try to make lyrics or music for anyone else but yourself. That would be my advice. If you like it, someone else might too. And if no one else likes it, at least you will. And if that's the case, you still win. Here's a good one. Why no meet and greet? Advanced entry, things like that. Your fans with anxiety rely on paying for this perk for their comfort. That's a question from a mom. And Mom, I hear you, and I understand as someone who deals with anxiety myself. I can really appreciate where you're coming from. It's a fine line that we're trying to navigate. We don't ever want to exploit our fans. So it's a matter of finding that balance, and maybe we will one day. But you are on our minds, and we think about that stuff. And hopefully someday soon we can figure out how to walk that line for you guys. Any guests on this upcoming record? Yeah, there is one song that has a second vocalist. And I'm not going to say who, but it's pretty special to me. I don't think you guys should spend your time guessing about it too much. But when the record comes out, you'll see, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Which iconic decade inspired you for this album? I would say that this one is more inspired by the 70s than anything else. A lot of my biggest musical influences, I think, are from the late 70s and early 80s. And I think that took a little bit of a step forward making this record. So hopefully you'll be able to hear that stuff in there. All right, last question. You said you had the songs ready to go long before the recording process. But did any of the songs change while you were recording them? A few of the songs did evolve a little bit, and I had some favorites before we went in, and some of those favorites changed, and we also ended up writing some new songs for the record while we were in the studio that I really, really loved, and couldn't be more proud of how this thing has turned out. I cannot wait for you guys to hear it. I hope that I can wait for you guys to hear it and not go insane, but that's a whole different other subject. Anyways, thank you guys for your questions. Thank you for following along with this little rock and roll band that we've created, and I hope you like what we're doing, and I hope you'll like what we have for you in the future. And more than anything else, I hope you guys stay safe and wash your hands and keep away from people. And the end.